Hello, Retro Freak here. I haven't been around in a while. I'm sorry. Life's been busy, and I've been trying to get things done. But today we're going to review a SNES title. This probably stands out as yet another favorite of mine. And for those who are wondering, I will be doing bad games in the near future. But right now, I just want to do the good ones. And today, we're going to do Super Castlevania 4 for the SNES. This game came out along the launch of the SNES, and it stands out as one of the most graphical standouts and audio presentations of high quality proportions on the SNES. And I have to agree, this is seriously my favorite Castlevania. Most of your favorite Castlevanias are more likely Symphony of the Night, but to me, Symphony of the Night felt too much like Super Metroid with a sword. And with stale acting like Resident Evil and a non-Castlevania atmosphere, at least to me, it doesn't stand out as one of the best. But it is a decent game and it's worth a few plays, but I prefer the classic style Castlevania. And the last game that did that was Akuma Joe Dracula X Rondo of Blood. And I hope that comes out on the Wii's Virtual Console for all of us who do not own the game. So, I own the SNES cart, as my review has shown in the past. But this game is really awesome, and I think it needs to be reviewed. So, I'm going to stop talking and get right to the review and to the game footage. So, here we go. Alright, here we go. The classic Konami logo, which is better than that stupid red one. Anyways. And here's the title sequence. You see spiders and what appears to be house centipedes. Those things freak me out, for the love of God. This logo looks cooler in a Japanese font, I think. Okay, we'll go to start, and we'll pick a proper name. It's like Castlevania 3. You put in your name. You have Simon whipping at the castle entrance, which is stupid. But, yeah. Okay, here's the game. Now, I never understood that in Castlevania. Why do you always have to have a stupid morning star as your first candle that you whip at? You know, you ever wondered that? Like, what's the point of giving you the leather whip in the very beginning? That's stupid! Okay, now you're about to hear one of the most memorable tunes in the Castlevania series. This is known as the theme of Simon Belmont. It's definitely one of my favorite tunes in the Castlevania universe. But my absolute favorite to this day would have to hold a candle to Bloody Tears, which is in Castlevania 2 in the daytime. Monster Dance is now my least favorite Castlevania tune because you hear it constantly. But this isn't Castlevania 2, this is Castlevania 4, where Castlevania goes to the stage-to-stage process. If you notice, the game's colors and detail are very excellent. This was really a nice title to be played during the SNES birth. I've always wanted this game when I first had a Super NES, but unfortunately I was unable to obtain a copy, for I didn't have much money and my parents were poor. But things change. And later in life I got this game, and I believe I was 12, yeah, it was when I was 12 years old that Christmas, my Aunt Bobby gave me this game because I told her I wanted it. Anyways, I'm getting a hold of myself. Okay, axe is my favorite weapon. And here's a trick that I don't know if anyone knows. Hit the 8th candle, you'll get a second shot. Alright, I'm going to show you something here. You can be like Indiana Jones. But, yeah, if you hit the 8th candle with your secondary weapon, you will have a second shot. And I think it's the same that goes for a third shot, too. There's my second shot. I believe it's the 8th candle. I don't bother counting. I just hit candles until I get my double shot and then my triple shot. This game was really excellent, though. It had a nice soundtrack and excellent graphics that would definitely keep you appealed during that time frame, but I still think the game looks good. And I love the 8-way whipping. You can whip in all directions, and there's even a move where if you hold the button down, you can relax whip. That's what I call it. Relaxation whip. I don't know what to call it. But you hold the Y button down, and that's what it does. And here's a question. This appears to be a barn. Who the fuck puts a barn in a castle? Seriously. I mean, I would understand a stable, which this kind of looks like, but to me it looks more like a barn. I mean, for your steeds, but fuck me. Dracula never rides a damn horse. And that comes to my next question. Why are there horse heads in here? Did they eat horse in this castle? Whatever. Yeah, the watch is definitely handy at this part, because as you can see, there's one of my least favorite enemies in Castlevania. Fucking Medusa heads. You press the R button, and it activates the watch, stopwatch, and you're good to go. As you can see, I'm really good at this game because I've played the piss out of it, seriously. I beat this game more times than my age, and I'm 27 right now, so I know this game like the back of my hand. Okay, we're just about at the boss. And the bosses in this game, first time through are actually quite hard, but the second or third time through they're quite easy. Yeah, die, you piece of shit. Come on. Fuck you, stupid horse. This guy's easy. You just whip him to death and then throw a knife at him. There you go. Of course, since I ain't no cheesy voice acting I can do my wind pose. Yeah, wind pose. And that's the end of stage 1. Okay, stage 2. I'm only showing you 2 stages because this game should be discovered by you. And I don't want to ruin the fun and the excitement. Anyways, we're in the graveyard, which is, well, a standard Castlevania stage. This stage is pretty easy as well. Fucking spiders. Why do spiders in games have to suck? Yes, those hands can grab you if you were wondering. They do grab Simon's testicles if you yank on them. Like that. If you wait a minute, they let you go. Okay. Down, then we get these porcupine-looking fucking things. These things annoy me. I don't know why, they just do. Just watch them go back and forth, back and forth. Going up from this chasm here. As you probably can tell, it's your standard Castlevania, which is awesome. Classic gameplay. Now, do not... Okay, there's these zombies coming up. See, though, they look like they got dicks in their mouth. I mean, I hate to sound like I'm a perv or whatever, or a sick-minded bastard, but they look like they have dicks in their mouth, don't they? Okay, here's something else. When you jump in this water, listen to it. It sounds like you're taking a shit. Like a soupy shit. Like a nice soupy deuce. Like, what were they thinking when they made the sound of this? I mean, are you really gonna make it sound like you have a soupy deuce? Yeah. Come on, you know? It's like a bubbly soupy deuce. I don't know why they picked that sound for this when you land in a swamp, but anyways. Those frogs can get annoying. Your relaxed whip takes care of them easily, but I don't have to do that because I can awesome. And who's gonna put meat in walls? I don't understand why they did that in Castlevania, but Then again, energy is nice because you lose it on a constant basis in this game. I like the detail in this stage. Look at the paranormal background. Isn't that awesome? Konami really did a wonderful job with this game. It's probably one of the most detailed Castlevania games. I used to like doing this as a kid. I don't know why I just thought it was cool just to sit there and watch the string on the bridge shake. Alright, you remember how Nintendo got pissed and censored the blood in Mortal Kombat? Looky here. Yep, boobies. There's no nipples, but still, there's boobies. And I made short work of her because the cross is awesome. Okay, this next part pissed a lot of people off that I've known when I was growing up. Because you're going to see some spikes in the water that are they're not visible, like, by any means unless you look closely. And as you can see, there's spikes up there that can kill you if you do jump. It's fucking retarded because Konami's a bunch of asshole faces. And then down here, if you look on the ground, see the spikes? You really have to look. And if you're just gonna go around hopping around and whipping stuff, not notice the spikes, and you die, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Because they do kill you instantly. As you can see, I'm making short work of this game because to me it's easy. But honestly, if you're a Castlevania fan, you should be picking this game up. One thing I will say that's a bitch is, even though Castlevania is strictly action, they could have thought of the item crash back in 1991. You know? Anyways, that's the end of stage 2. Should I show you or should I not show you? Yeah, I'm gonna be nice. I had a code that will bring you right to the last stage of Castlevania 4 if you want to skip all the bullshit I'm about to show you. Since I'm such a nice guy and, you know, if you don't want to play it throughout the whole game, which you should, well, here it is. Here's the password to the last stage. It's my own personal password, so use it to your advantage. At the name input stage, you want to put your name as Stud. Okay? Here, you want to put a heart on the first block, second block, X, and then the last block, heart. You go to the last column, put the first 3 as hearts, and press Start. That will bring you to the final stage, which is known as B. This is the final stage of Castlevania 4. So use it to your advantage. If you don't want to play out through the whole game, I will warn you, this stage is long. Hell, the whole game's long. And the game is also somewhat difficult. Castlevania 4 is definitely a testament from the 16-bit era. I honestly wish Konami would have made more Castlevania titles for the Super NES. However, we did get Dracula X, but that was an average port of a game that's superior in all accounts, such as with music, graphics, and gameplay. But like I said, hopefully on the Virtual Console, Konami will be graceful to give us Nintendo fans what we've been craving in terms of Castlevania. Now when it comes to Castlevania 4, ratings 1 through 5, graphics get a 5. Colorful, artistic, detailed graphics. Excellent. Matter of fact, I think to this day, as a two-dimensional title, Castlevania 4 stands out to be one of the most detailed of its time. The effects in it later in the game will blow your mind. Even to this day, they still look pretty damn good. And I think they really tried hard to make this game an eye-popper. Which, if you have a Wii Virtual Console, or if you have a Wii, if you have the internet, which most people do, you can get this game off the Virtual Console, which I suggest you do. Sound also gets a 5. It has really good orchestrated sound samples and pushes the SNES's SPC, which is made by Sony, SPC 700 sound chip to its full extent. Controls, I also get a 5. Game controls flawlessly. Everything works. The button setup it's really good. It's Y's the whip, B's the jump, and R or L, I think it's L, shoot your weapon. You can change it in the options screen. I didn't mention that. Fun factor, 5. The game is fun. It's a classic Castlevania title and plays in that right and that standard. So I give Castlevania 4, Super Castlevania 4, a perfect score of 5 out of 5. There's nothing wrong with the game. But an item crash would have been cool. They could have thought of it, but they didn't. So, yeah, if you ever see this game, if you own a Super NES, I suggest picking up the cart because you won't be disappointed. Or if you have a Wii and you have the internet and money to spare, I would suggest downloading the game on the Virtual Console. It is definitely worth every penny you can muster up for this title because it's fantastic, and why would you settle for less? And the replay value is just enormously large because it's so fun to play over and over again. It's one of those. Anyways, this is Retro Freak here. I hope you enjoyed this review. And there'll be other reviews coming as I'm starting to put my new computer into practice here and get things working. And I hope you enjoyed this Castlevania 4 review. The only way to go is retro. Remember that. It's a lifelong lesson. And I hope you'll have a good night, and I hope you enjoy this review. Take care.